And let's get started. And thank you so much, Mike, for your donation. Thank you for any and all donations whenever they come through. Thank you. Okay, so you can listen to this practice wherever it is that you find yourself today. Sitting down, you can be laying down, you can even be stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would prefer to listen to this practice while being in a still position, you can let now be the time where you allow yourself to fidget, adjust, stretch, or move your body in whatever ways your body wants to move. Really doing your best to not think about these movements at all or worry about what anything looks like, but stepping more fully into your sense of feeling and becoming curious about how your body's physically feeling right now and what movements, if any, feel good in your bones, muscles, and joints. And if what feels best in your body at any time is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like what you need. While also knowing that there is no rush whatsoever and that you may continue to move and adjust yourself throughout this practice whenever you have the need to. But if you would like to listen to this practice while being in a dedicated still position, then you may make your way there if you haven't already. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow your eyes to gently close if they aren't already. As you use this next full breath to mark your arrival into the practice today and into your body today with a full and intentional cleansing breath, calling in new air into your body, watching as you fill up to every corner and edge of you. Holding that for a moment when you are full to stay and experience what that feels like to be full of air, and slowly letting all of that go. Exhaling every bit out of you. And then gently pulling the navel in toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to push any last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here to stay and experience what it feels like to be empty right now. As you allow your next breath to come in as it's needed. And you may continue to breathe in this slow, intentional, and exaggerated way for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you, without any need to worry about the actual length of your inhales and exhales and the pauses on either side, but just simply allowing each of the 4 parts of your breath to be exaggerated, whatever that means for you right now. So as you feel your body naturally stop inhaling just seeing if you can expand maybe your lower belly or maybe the back of your rib cage a little bit more to just take in one more sip of air. And when you would naturally roll over to your exhale, just seeing if you can hold off on that for one extra moment and stay in that fullness for a moment longer than you would normally. And then as you exhale, same thing. Even once you think you're empty, just seeing if there's one more bit of air you can push out of you. And before calling in your next inhale, experiencing what that emptiness in the body feels like right now. And continuing to breathe in this slow, intentional, exaggerated way for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you. While also knowing that you may release any and all guidance over your breath altogether whenever you are ready. And so if you haven't already, you may now release all guidance over your breath. And remember how your breath is one of our bodily functions that can be either voluntary or automatic. And so now letting go of that voluntary guidance we just had over our breath, as you now step back and up in your mind and simply observe as your own body breathes you. Watching the automatic process of your own body breathing without having any impact on the rhythm or depth of your breath. But just seeing if you can observe the natural process of your own body breathing with that same energy that you feel while observing any other force of nature. Never trying to change anything about what it is you are witnessing, but simply taking it in. Watching each gentle breath as it comes and goes, just like you would watch waves rolling up along the shoreline, just like you would watch a stream flowing, or just like you would observe anything in nature. And reminding yourself that you are also a force of nature, capable of being observed, even by you. And so just noticing if there's any expression that might be resting on your face right now. Maybe any tension in the small muscles of the face, in the shoulders, the stomach, maybe the glutes or the pelvic floor, the hands or the feet, maybe even the ears or the nose or the jaw could hold some lingering tension. And the next time that your body exhales, just imagine that every single muscle in your body is ungripping slightly from the bones. A full-bodied exhale, where all your muscles release back into the support of your own skin. And even if it's just for a moment, sitting in that sense of stillness and acceptance with exactly where you are right now, who you are, and how you are. Allowing yourself to physically soften into exactly where, who, and how you are right now. And allow for any emotional releases that naturally bubble up and want to come out. Know that it is safe for them to come out. It is safe to release your emotions whenever they bubble up. You will never drown in your tears or be crushed by the weight of how heavy life can feel. But our own history teaches us that we are strong enough to weather the storms that come our way. And we are strong enough to be exactly who we are. And to face life. Nobody that is alive has an easy life. There are a lot of people out there who have really difficult lives. And there are some out there who have way less difficult lives. Some with maybe quite cushy lives from the outside perspective especially. But internally speaking, all of us humans have the same range of human emotions, experiences, and teachings or lessons that we will all move through. All from our own perspective, from our own version of lessons. Some of us have life rafts, some of us have small boats, some of us have yachts. And so it's not always fair, and life is not always fair. But at the same time, that life can be cruel and difficult and not make a lot of sense, especially when those cruel and difficult things are happening to you and to your loved ones. And at the same time, life has so much love and so much joy, so much connection, so many things to be appreciative of, no matter how dark it gets. And sometimes, in the darkest moments of our life, is when we get the brightest peaks of how wonderful life can truly be. Since all of the good things that you have ever felt and will ever feel are directly impacted by all of the bad things you've ever felt and will feel. Since what you are feeling is the actual contrast between the extremes. And oftentimes in my own life, what I've seen and witnessed is that some of the happiest and brightest people are the ones who have faced the most suffering and the most pain. And I don't think that is a coincidence. And so we can learn to have some form of an appreciation for the pain that we face in life. Not skipping feeling the pain and going right to, oh, well, this is ultimately a blessing and this is good, so, skipping over those emotions. But moving through those emotions with the knowledge that they will end. Every storm runs out of rain, and moving through difficult times, difficult seasons of life, only make you stronger. And they will only make the difficult seasons of life that are to come a little bit easier, because you've gained strength from your past and from whatever you are currently facing. And you are allowed to hold on to that strength. Whenever you feel it, whenever you remember it is there. To hold on to it, to carry you through these more difficult seasons of life that everything that is alive moves through. Human beings are special in so many ways, and at the same time, we are just like everything else in nature. We move through seasons, we move through phases, just like everything in life. The moon above our heads every single night looks different. It's sometimes reflecting all of the sunlight down onto us in the darkness. Sometimes it's full, it's connected to that sunlight, it is reflecting all of that light back down onto us in the darkness. And there's other times where that exact same moon is not reflecting any light whatsoever, and it's entirely in the darkness. But that is the same moon. And we do not get angry or upset or judgmental over the moon when it's in the shadows, when it's in darkness, when it's not reflecting any light. And so please, you do not need to be angry or upset with yourself or any of your loved ones for that matter when you are experiencing darkness, when you are not reflecting any light, or you feel in the shadows, or someone you love feels in the shadows. And you can simply give yourself comfort, give your loved ones comfort in those darker phases with the knowledge that the only constant is change. And you will be reflecting all of the light another day soon. And if you're in a space right now where you do feel bright and like you can reflect light down to others in the darkness, where you feel in full bloom, perhaps, allowing yourself to make the most of that as well, and really letting it soak into your cells, giving you a little bit more strength and power to move through the more difficult seasons that are to come. And just remembering to be so patient and so kind to yourself wherever you are in your journey of your life. And trust that the small daily actions that you take that better support your own health, your own sense of well-being, will gradually create the life you are looking for, the life that you truly want, and create a beautiful space for those around you as well. Just being so patient with yourself every day, especially when we make mistakes. And just know that you are allowed to make the next best decision, or the next decision that better reflects how you feel and where you want to be. So just take this moment to now let every single thing that you have heard today to settle within you. Everything you have felt today to settle within you. Trusting that anything that you heard that resonated with you, just trusting that that feeling sometimes comes when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so just allow those deep truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition and to trust your own instincts. Knowing that you already know all it is that you need to know. And if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. As you feel this contact of your palms and fingertips to one another. And you let your heart lift toward your thumbs as your thumbs press back toward your heart. As you tune in to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. And calling in a final deep and full breath of air into your body, filling up the most you have today. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all you're ready to let go of, as you allow your head to gently bow. As you take this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Thank you, guys. If you would like to float on out of here, feel free. And I'm going to start the other live stream. So I hope to see you over there. Okay, bye.